Alright, Army Regulation 3702, effective March 5th, 2024. Libraries Information System, Army Library Program, Headquarters, Department of Army, Washington, D.C., 5th of February 2024. Distribution is available to electronic media only until the regular Army, Army National Guard, United States, and U.S. Army Reserve. Supplementary changes. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2, Administrative Organization. Chapter 3, Standards of Library Operations. Chapter 4, Army Library Steering Committee. Appendix A, Reference B, Internal Control Evaluation Glossary of Terms. Purpose. This purpose establishes policy responsibility relation for the Army Library Program to discover the mission administrative of the organization, Army Library Program, system with the library, ship with the define with the function, purpose for the Army Library Steering Committee within the time with the ensure that the commanders and their committees are provided with a professional, high-quality library information system with 1-2 with a reference form explanation with abbreviations, see Appendix A with abbreviation, brevity with the acronyms, G with electronic publication defined, and you hover over them, the abbreviation, brevity code, acronyms are listed with the abbreviation, brevity codes, acronyms directly located with the Army Pubs.Army Mill. Associated publications. This section contains no entities responsible. The Army Secretary of the Army Manpower Reserve Affairs, the Army Secretary of the Army Manpower Reserve Affairs with the exercise oversight of the Deputy Chief of Staff of the G1 developing, implementing, execution, evaluating the strategic direction, policy plan, budgets, activity, Army Library Program. Deputy Chief Staff of the G1 and Deputy Chief Staff of the G1 will serve as the headquarters Department of Army proponent for the Army Library Program, provides policy guidelines for management, Army Library Program, resource maintain office of the Librarian Army of the Army, provide resources to promote ongoing Army-wide library information services initiative that include emerging technologies, provide funding for the Army-wide training, career development activity, the library personnel appointing the Librarian of the Army as the chair of the Army Library as Services Command, the career field of the command of the representative of the Army Library personnel will provide funding support with the activities of ALSC. Sponsors studied with the design to develop more efficient, effective mission execution with the scope of the Army Library Program, provide oversight of the competitive sourcing, other business initiative related with the Army Library Program, digital librarian of the Army to guide with the direct with the manager Army Library Program execution components responsible with the prescribe of the regulation Army Library and over the Army Librarian. The Army will serve with the principal advisor with the Deputy Chief of Staff with the G1, manager with the concern with the Army-wide library services plan, coordinated to implement Army-wide management, budget, personal policy, and initiative with the support Army Library Program, serve with the senior professional librarian, Army staff with the ensure the librarians for all of the applicable with the federal law with the Department of Defense, Army regulation, policy, and standard with the instruction to develop the Army Library Program vision, mission, and objective of the develop and implement Army-wide library policies with the procedure with the team with the facilitate centralized administrative with the support with the decentralized mission execution, serve with the permanent chair of the ALSC, serve with the carrier field command representative, facilitate headquarters Department of Army central training and career development opportunity with the library personnel with the education information science with the career field under the Army Civilian Career Management Activity RAR 690-950 for responsibly service spokesman with the Army Library, service related with the Army Library Program, headquarters Department of Army agencies, Army Command, Army Service Components Command, and direct reporting unit with the DoD, Federal Library Information Network of the other federal agencies, academic and industrial with the Professional Association, headquarters Department of the Army, Army Command, Army Services Center, Component Command, the direct reporting units regarding all library matters, Army-wide impact, the serve with the responsibility officer for the actions involved with the library material accountability, AR 73517. Responsibility initially coordinate, implement enterprise solutions, provide guidance for the management of the concerning of the library facility with the design guidance with the specified by the criteria conjunction with the U.S. Army Corps Engineer with the collect, analyze, and disseminate statistical data to the support Army Library Program management decision. Provide guidance with the Army competitive sourcing and other business with the initiative with the Army Library Program. Serve with the hiring panels with the command librarian, other senior librarian position with the librarian as not supervisor chain. Commanders, Army Command, Army Service Component Command with the direct reporting unit with the library library personnel with the agency of the area authority. Commanders in support with the Army Library Room with the agency with the authority of the area of the authority will provide with the resource to promote enterprise with library purchasing, facilitate with emerging technologies, improve the library processes, services, maintain library information, serve with the provide librarians to serve with the ALSC, representative fund temporary duty with the expense of the ALSC with the representative to attend meetings, provide funding to support professional development and training of library personnel, active support with encourage representation of the meeting and conference of the committees in the matters affecting librarians, and provide with the funding of the resource of the staff and support with the enterprise library system report resource sharing activities, approve library closure requests of the library other than general moral welfare recreation library of the paragraph 22C with the library closure policy. Authority cannot delegate. It is its name with the direct command of the direct reporting unit of the regional library to provide with the guide with the direct with the command of the direct reporting unit of the regional library command the direct reporting unit regional librarians. The librarians will administer with the command of the direct reporting unit of the regional librarian career of the temporary training program, provide policy oversight program, direction, staff supervision, support, subordinate with the staff with the system, visit with the coordinate with the key Army personnel with the review and evaluate, analyze library information services. Establish, implement library policy, proceed with the team with the consistent with the Department of Army Command with the direct reporting with the region policy with the ensure with the compliance, provide with the guidance over the matter concerning the library facility with the designated design guides and specify with the criteria with conjunction USAs with the representative with the command with the direct reporting region with the ALSC with the conference of the meeting and the committee with the other events dealing with the library matters that initiate with the facility of efficiency through the enterprise with a partnership with the resource sharing activity, provide proper reports of the library, serve the activities as required, serve on higher paying with the library director with a position with the other library leadership positions within their command area of authority. The librarian is not in the supervisor chain, provide subject matter expertise defined with the requirements specified with the outcomes based with the conceptive with standard practice with the library information science. The library serve with the compliance contract with the provide administrative support with the policy oversight with the library activity command with the commander with the director of the Army Garrison Institution schools activity research center with librarian personnel with the agency area with authority with the commander of the director in support with the Army Library program with the agency area with authority will provide additional personnel and resources with the library to meet with the needs and interests of the military community, civilian employee with the other authorized personnel with the resources included personal facilities and information technology libraries with the materials and equipment and supplies, providing funding to support with the professional development and training with the library personnel, provide the librarian and library staff with the members with the meeting with the committee with the steering group with the other events with dealing with library matters for temporary duty expense with the ALSC members of the if and any with to attend with the ALSC with the meetings, ensure that the library has access to the library management system. See paragraph 32B fire policy. Library information center manage with the employees with the established management policy. Proceed with the steering with the library and consistent with the applicable with the DOD with the DA command with the region installation policy and standards. Manage library operations. Serve with the essential with the interest of the need with the military community with the civilian employees other authorized personnel. Plan budget manage resource of the facility with the personnel, technology, library materials, equipment, furniture, supply with the other resources needed with the operator of the library in accordance with the mission recognized standards. Provide program planning direction, recruit the select for training, the supervised staff, select and inquire with the information technology library materials, serve with the equipment, furniture, supply with the other items needed with the LPRA libraries in accordance with the mission recognized standards with the provide and support with the professional development and with the training with the library personnel with the budget, local funds with the market with the promote with the advocate library services, provide reports on library service activities as required, serve as ALSC with the representative approved with the corner for the chapter 4 of the subject matter with the representative of the meeting committee of the working grouping libraries. 1.5 record management, record keeping requirements with the record management with the requirement of all record managers associated with the reports required with the publication and draft of the records for the pretensions with the Army to detail with the information all of the related record number, the form of the reports are located with the Army Record Information Management System. RIMS.Army Mill, and if any of the record form of the reports are not current with the address and publishing correctly with the CDA PAM 25403 for the guiding for the corner for the Army Regulation 25402 term records does not include library, archive, the museum of the material of the made acquired with the preserved solely with the reference with the exhibition purpose of the material of the library collection with the not considered the record with the corner of the DA PAM 25403 record copy of the publication with the other permitted documents with the maintained with the library collection with the extra copies of records maintained with the library collection should be directly marked with a library copy. Army the libraries will comply with the Office of Secretary to defend the Record Disposition Schedule Series 200, Record Category 221, General Record Schedule 44. These schedules cover the library administrative of the record, the library operation record, the interlibrary loan required of the records related with the financial transaction records, including purchasing, license, subscriptions, copyright permission with an interagency agreement, the vendor payment of the library comply with the Office of Secretary to defend the record with the Disposition Schedule Series 200, Records Category 200, file number 206-091, esd.whitehouse.mil.rim. Chapter 2, Administrative and Organizations.